The question is, how do I define the life of try most succinctly, most concisely? At my church, we like to say that faith means trying, and the life of faith is the life of try. And we say it that way because it reminds us that faith is supposed to be an active thing. A lot of times, Christians can convince themselves to think that faith is about what you believe, the things in which you believe. But the Apostle James points out to us that even the demons believe in the one true God, and it makes them afraid. It's not what you believe that counts. It's what you do with what you believe. Faith isn't what you believe. It's how you follow through on the things in which you believe. Faith is when belief tries what it should. We are supposed to be effective. We are supposed to take risks. We are supposed to trust God, not just believe in God. I think a lot about the Garden of Eden, in which God walked with Adam and Eve. He was present with them. They had no trouble believing that God existed, but they did not trust God to be good. And so the deceiver came along and he lied to Adam and Eve and they fell for it. Since then, it's been a little harder to believe in God because he doesn't make himself as obvious. But he calls us to trust him. And in trusting God's character, it's easier to believe that he exists. Well, how do we go about trusting God? We trust God by risking our lives on God, by making investments in the things that God calls us to do. All of this means that when it comes right down to it, faith means trying. When I think about building a life of faith, I think about building a life in which I regularly try the things that God wants me to try. So at the end of the day, I ask myself, did I try the things of God today? Or what did I try with God today? What did I try to do? What ministries did I try to do? What effect did I try to have on my neighbors or my family? Did I follow through on the things that I think God called me to do? It's a way to simplify the life of faith and keep me focused on trusting God and staying active. To try means simply to make an attempt. And this too is an important point. All the faith is in the trying part. Sometimes it leads to success. Sometimes it leads to failure. But whether it leads to success or failure, the faith is in the try. The faith is in what you attempt. I love that word, try. If I try the things of God, whether I succeed or fail, live or die, I have lived a life of faith. I have crossed the gap between inaction and action. I have taken the leap of faith. And somehow at the end of my life, I feel like that's the thing that's going to be most important.